The transition from a child sensation to a mature artist is a journey few navigate successfully. And for Angelina Jordan, the year 2026 marks the most pivotal chapter of that evolution. For over a decade, the world has watched the Norwegian-born vocalist go from a barefoot 7-year-old winning national talent shows to a global artist with billions of streams. However, as she enters her 20s, the narrative has shifted from her unique vocal tone to a series of high-stakes professional maneuvers and international legal headlines that nearly derailed her momentum. Our investigation into her current standing reveals a star who is no longer just following a script laid out by talent scouts, but one who is aggressively asserting her own independence in a volatile music industry. But behind the soaring vocals lies a timeline of sudden disappearances and legal battles that have left many asking what really happened behind the scenes. The first major fracture in the public image of the Golden Girl occurred during the lead-up to the 2025 Melodi Grand Prix in Norway. Fans were anticipating a major homecoming performance that would likely lead her to the Eurovision stage, but the plan collapsed just 10 days before the official reveal. The broadcaster, NRK, was reportedly left in a state of confusion as Jordan's legal team sent an abrupt notice of withdrawal. While the initial public statement from the family pointed toward the catastrophic wildfires in Los Angeles as a reason for her absence, industry insiders noticed a discrepancy in the timeline. The withdrawal was finalized a full day before the fires became a major news event. This led to a wave of speculation regarding the professional relationship between the artist's management and the national broadcaster, setting the stage for a financial confrontation. This wasn't just a simple scheduling conflict. It was the start of a 7-month standoff that would test the limits of her legal defense. By February 2025, the situation escalated into a formal financial claim, as NRK demanded over 131,000 Norwegian krone in compensation for what they deemed a breach of contract. The demand covered a wide range of pre-production costs, including travel, accommodation, and a specifically commissioned designer dress that the American management team had requested. As weeks turned into months, the artist's uncle and manager, Michael Astar, remained largely silent, while her legal representatives argued that no formal agreement had ever been signed. This legal tug-of-war exposed the complexities of managing a global brand across 2 continents. Surprisingly, by late 2025, the broadcaster chose to officially drop the case out of respect for the young artist, essentially wiping the slate clean just as her 2026 plans were being finalized. But even as the financial clouds cleared, a much more serious allegation surfaced regarding her personal safety. During the height of the 2025 dispute, emails from Jordan's legal team emerged, citing serious personal threats and security concerns as a primary factor for her withdrawal from public events in Europe. For a young artist who has spent the majority of her life in the public eye, the revelation of these safety issues added a layer of gravity to her move to Los Angeles. This wasn't just about music, it was about the physical and mental toll of global fame. Following these reports, Angelina noticeably retreated from the traditional media circuit, focusing instead on the safety and creative control afforded by her home base in California. This period of quiet was not a sign of stagnation, but rather a strategic regrouping that led to her most prolific year of music production yet. It was during this period of seclusion that the true secret of her 2026 comeback was born. In a bold move that shocked the traditional music industry, Angelina moved away from the constraints of major labels to release 2 back-to-back albums in late 2025, Secret of the Soul and Secret of the Star. Choosing independence over a corporate safety net, she began to explore a cinematic, soul-infused sound that pays homage to her jazz roots while pushing into modern alternative pop. By 2026, she has established herself as a self-managed entity, funding her own music videos and tour through a dedicated fan base known as the Angels. Her 20th birthday in January was marked not by a typical celebrity gala, but by a high-stakes residency performance at the Westgate Resort in Las Vegas, the same venue where legends like Elvis Presley once dominated. This performance signaled to the industry that she is no longer a child prodigy to be managed, but a professional entertainer capable of carrying a legacy venue. But as she trades talent show stages for Vegas residencies, the question of her true financial standing remains a topic of intense debate. While public estimates place her net worth at approximately $3 million as of early 2026, the reality of her financial structure is a testament to the modern creator economy. Her income is no longer tied to a single record deal. It is a diversified ecosystem of YouTube royalties, independent digital sales, and high-ticket live performances. However, being an independent artist in 2026 means she absorbs the massive overhead of international security, legal defense, and high-end production costs that were once covered by a label. Her recent success in the U.S. market suggests that her pivot toward the American audience was a calculated risk that is starting to pay dividends. As we look at the remainder of 2026, Angelina Jordan appears to be carving out a unique path that bypasses the traditional pop star machinery in favor of a lasting, artistically driven career. She has survived the transition that breaks most child stars, but the true test of her longevity starts now. The story of Angelina Jordan in 2026 is one of resilience and total creative autonomy. From the courtroom threats in Oslo to the neon lights of the Las Vegas Strip, she has navigated a decade of fame with a level of poise that belies her age. While the 2025 controversies left a lingering sense of mystery, her recent musical output suggests an artist who is finally comfortable in her own skin and her own business decisions. As she continues her 2026 tour, the world is no longer looking for a 7-year-old in bare feet. They are watching a 20-year-old visionary who has successfully claimed her place among the legends she once covered. Whether she remains an independent icon or eventually returns to the major label fold, the Angelina era is clearly just beginning. The voice hasn't changed, but the woman behind it certainly has.